tidak pernah dilupakan, masih diingati dan tidak akan dilupakan. Itu janji Astro AWANI 6 tahun lalu dan masih lagi kami pegang pada janji itu. MH370 tidak akan dilupakan, dan hari ini juga adalah Hari Sambutan Wanita Antarabangsa. Jadi untuk menyesuaikan kedua-duanya, saya amat gembira kerana ada dua wanita yang ingin saya kongsikan isi hati mereka pada malam ini di Astro AWANI. Paling hampir dengan saya, Jacquita Gonzales. Terima kasih banyak kerana datang pada malam ini. T-shirtnya mengatakan semuanya, tapi kita mau kongsi pandangan dan pemikirannya. Patrick Gomez was an in-flight supervisor of MH370, one of the 12 MAS Malaysian crew, including pilot and co-pilot. Kita juga ada Grace Nathan. Terima kasih banyak, Grace. Now a lawyer, but you know, your mother and Daisy was one of the passenger on the plane. Cuma saya nak mula dengan Astro AWANI berjanji tidak akan melupakan anak sanak saudara apatah lagi. But where are we now, 6 years on? Di mana kita?
We're back where we were,
Okay.
2014. Because today is the actual day that we were all in the hotel and not knowing where to go, what to do, who to see, who to talk to, or who to ask questions, you know. So, lost. But we've been managing for the past 6 years, and now it's just hoping that, you know, we get more answers. After 6 years, you know, a lot of people are doing research and this and that, so how long more do we
This
have
is
to
new
go through?
Malaysia baru 2 tahun lalu hampir. Adakah Malaysia baru masih mengingati seperti yang sepatutnya MH370?
I'm hoping.
Do you
We're all
feel
hoping, you know, because we had hope in the last government,
Okay.
and we had hope in the one before that,
Yeah.
you know. So where else do we go to?
Okay.
But other than the government.
Understood. Grace terpaksa terbang pulang dari jauh ya, dari Eropah. 14 jam penerbangan yang cukup memeritkan. Di mana kita sekarang?
Well, I feel like unfortunately, walaupun 6 tahun dah berlalu, kita still have all the same questions. Soalan yang sama yang saya tanyakan pada 2014, 6 tahun yang lalu, saya masih tanya hari ini. Mana pesawat tu? Apa berlaku pada saat-saat terakhir? Kenapa pesawat tu membuat pusingan kembali? Kenapa pesawat tu terus terbang 8 jam kemudian? Kenapa tak ada orang ambil apa-apa tindakan dalam 1 jam yang pertama tu? Kenapa tak ada orang perasan flight tu pulang balik atas Malaysia? All these questions are still unanswered 6 years on, and for me, I feel like that's a very worrying state of affairs.
Yang ada adalah jawapan-jawapan rasmi. Pasukan petugas bersama mencari sampai ke Australia. Yang di Malaysia juga ada laporannya. Tapi laporan-laporan tebal ini langsung bagi kebanyakan waris yang saya telah temui sejak 6 tahun lalu tidak memberikan apa-apa yang lebih daripada apa yang dimahukan, iaitu apakah sebenarnya yang terjadi. Do you feel like that sometimes?
Yeah, every time we ask any questions, it's the same old thing. I mean, like, you know, like asking for when the search is going to start again, you know, and the same answer we get is waiting for credible evidence. So it's like a hashtag there, hashtag credible evidence. So, and, you know, everybody's coming up with the same theory. And the latest one is the whodunit thingy, where they say it's the pilot. I mean, from day one, already it has been said.
Yeah.
And after that, you know, we don't know. So it's very confusing when we have it in all corners.
Yeah.
And we don't know who to turn to, who to believe. So still searching, I guess.
Well, for me, I feel like I understand it's an unprecedented event. It's never happened before. It's difficult for us to try and solve something. There's no guidelines, there's no textbook. But at the same time, knowing all these things, what initiative is being taken? I believe that a lot more initiative can be taken. For example, when the debris first started washing up on the shores of the African coastline, the Malaysian government could have initiated some sort of awareness raising along the coastal regions of Africa to be on the lookout for debris. Why didn't we do that? Why did it fall upon us, the next of kin, to fly all the way there with our limited resources, without any knowledge whatsoever of the government workings there, have to go door to door, knocking on doors and trying to educate the local public. If we could do it, what more the government of this country? And now, okay, that has come and gone. I think there's no more debris washing up or very little debris washing up. But at this point, what can they do? I believe that what they can do is they can just come forward, they can open up and say, we are open to companies to come and search. Especially companies like Ocean Infinity, with the most advanced technology there is, who want to search on a no-cure, no-fee basis. Why do you need credible evidence? They want to search at their own time, at their own cost. It doesn't cost you anything. Just let them search. If they find it, well and good, you pay because they found it. If they don't, nothing.
Sekarang kita ada kerajaan baru yang masih lagi dibentuk. Kita tahu menteri pengangkutan siapa dan sebagainya. Sama ada pun menteri pengangkutan, mungkin dicampurkan dengan pelbagai lagi perkara. Tidakkah ini titik yang bagus untuk kita ingatkan kembali kepada mereka yang bakal menjadi pemimpin-pemimpin negara? Ini bukan soal beberapa keluarga. Ini bukan soal 239 orang. Ini soal tentang keselamatan penerbangan misalnya. Jika tidak dapat dicari puncanya kenapa terjadi begini pada MH370, bagaimana mungkin kita menghentikannya daripada berlaku lagi?
Well, safety is very important. Anytime you take a flight, even if you drive a car, you ride a motorbike, you know, we're all concerned. The thing is, you know, when it first happened, any company will have an SOP.
Yeah.
Why didn't they have an SOP at the beginning of it? So, you know, this is what we do now, okay? Everybody was lost. I think they themselves were lost. MES was lost. You know, aviation and all that were lost of what to do. And if, you know, the communication part wasn't there, I guess. They could not communicate with each other. They didn't know how or who to go and ask. So even for us being told that the plane went missing, I only knew about it from MES at 10 o'clock in the morning on the 8th.
Yeah.
When I got the news from a friend at 8 o'clock in the morning on that same day.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long? There is no communication there. So it's like the blind leading the blind, and I don't know what they were trying to tell me.
You share the same feeling that it was very messy then. It's not even any much clearer now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that the previous government, the one that just was ousted, they did make an initiative to be more open. We met with YB Anthony Loke a few times. That was definitely progress, step in the right direction. And he told us even at his goodbye party, I think he publicly stated, and yesterday at our event he publicly stated that MH370 was always a priority, and he hopes whoever takes over that they also continue to make it a priority. But I think that what is important is that the new government remembers that, like you said, it's not just about the next of kin. It's not just about the 239 people that were on the plane. It affects the entire flying public. It is a matter of grave importance. Because if we don't know what happened, how do we prevent it from happening again? And every day, more and more people take to the skies, thousands and thousands of people. And when there's an aeroplane accident, an aircraft accident, it is not easy, especially if it gets lost in the ocean. The search is costly. It's highly technical. There are many, many, many people on board. It cannot be compared to a car accident.
Yes. Berat mata memandang, berat lagi bahu memikul. Itu yang akan saya telusuri lepas ini. Memang dijanjikan pelbagai perkara, tapi kerajaan Pakatan Harapan dahulu pun YB Anthony Loke tidak sempat nak menghabiskan semua yang dia mahu lakukan. Dan semalam beliau berjanji bahawa beliau akan terus menggesa kepada kerajaan baru untuk melihatnya. Tetapi yang pasti, suara MH370 tidak akan hilang walaupun kapal terbangnya belum ditemui, dan itu kita teruskan selepas ini.
of Transport and the Government of Malaysia will continue to try and find that support from the new government. As I mentioned to you, I hope to meet the Prime Minister next week, and I hope to brief him on the work that we have been doing in the last few months, and trying to get a better compensation for those families who have lost, who have family members, and hopefully, when there is good, strong, credible evidence, we will definitely, and I will assure you that myself, my team, Cik Radwan, who is with me, my officer, he's been on this since day one as well, and he's still with us at the Air Division in the Ministry of Transport, and we will continue to seek that hope, find that hope, to be with that hope that you carry with you for the last 6 years.
And that paper was very, very close to my heart, was very important, because that paper is made possible after more than a year of discussion and negotiation with the lawyers of the NO case, and finally all lawyers representing the families of MH370 have agreed to a global sum of settlement to withdraw or to settle the cases out of court, because the cases are still being in the court process.
Kita dengar apa yang bekas Menteri Pengangkutan YB Anthony Loke katakan, kerana beliau bercakap tentang pampasan dan sebagainya. Itu dilaporkan sudah. Saya cuma nak tanya Jackie dengan Grace. Ramai orang berkata move on, gerak ke depan. Satu, tidak ada closure ataupun jawapan yang boleh menutup untuk bergerak ke depan itu. Yang keduanya, masih lagi ada fokus pada pampasan dan sebagainya. Saya nak minta komen langsung tentang perkara itu.
Moving on, we have moved on because we still lead our daily lives, you know. If not, we won't be sitting here. I'll be actually still glued to the TV hoping for anything. But it's very difficult because, I mean, right up to today, I have not had a memorial for my husband. How do I do that? You know, I don't want to just carry a photograph down the aisle of the church and have a service. Okay. Like today, we have nowhere to go in order to pay our last respects. You know, people, of course, we have relatives and close friends, all who have passed on, and we go for their funeral. And after they have prayers and all that. But we do have prayers now, but there is nowhere for us to go and pray where they are at. Yeah. Right now, we just, even to go to the seaside and just, you know, what can I do? At least we've got a star that's named after them now, so I can look to the sky and say, you know, hopefully you're shining brightly up there, looking down at us and smiling and saying, take care, I'm good. But there is no closure. I don't know what happened to my husband. For all I know, he's somewhere having a holiday. You know,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, but I can't have anything for him. It's hard to accept that he's gone, but after 6 years and they've confirmed that it's in the Indian Ocean, so I have to believe that it is there and that's their final resting place. I can't go up to the Indian Ocean and throw some flowers into the sea, right? So there's no closure. I need to know what happened to him because he went on flight working. He's supposed to come back to us. We did not say goodbye, I won't see you again. Say, we'll see you
The other difficulty is in reconciling what is official and what the family is facing or had been facing. Pengumuman rasmi, kenyataan rasmi, siasatan rasmi, pengumuman tentang status MH370. Do you feel that there's a big gap there of looking at the human side as compared to, you know, treating this as a purely official thing?
From the beginning, when it first happened, they all said, we are family with you, we'll take care of you, you know, we're here for you anytime. Well, it has become nothing now. So basically, the main aim for them now is just looking for the plane, if it's their aim, because nothing has been done. They've not said anything other than us pushing and pushing and questioning. And every time when it comes to 8th of March, you know, when we have our Remembrance Day, it hypes up again for a little while. And it treads, you know. So I don't know whether they're praying that as the years go by, people forget. We're not trying to let them forget. We won't let them forget. We have to know the answers to
What
it.
YB Anthony said about, you know, going to meet the next.
We're very appreciative of that. I mean, although he's no longer in government, at least he's taking the initiative to actually go to the new transport minister when he's appointed to let him know what's already been done. Please carry on with this. I mean, when we heard that yesterday, it was quite a relief actually, because when the new government came, I said, oh no, are they going to start again and say we don't know anything about it from the previous government? So the handoff must be good, right? So there is follow-up after that. So I'm grateful, we're appreciative of Anthony Loke for doing that for us. And we hope that the new government will listen and not just let it end there, oh, we're new, we don't know anything.
Grace, you trained as a lawyer, you are a lawyer now, you know, looking at legal provisions versus what families and next of kin are facing.
Are you asking in relation to the compensation?
Yes,
or
compensation and everything else. The right to ask for the search to start, for example. These are Malaysians, there are Malaysians involved, right?
Yeah.
It was a Malaysian plane.
Yeah, I think even if legally there is nothing set in stone to say that they must search until it is found, but I think they have a moral obligation to finish, to see it through, because they promised that they would see it through, and it is the right thing to do. Under any circumstance, it is the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do, and it will set the correct precedents if anything like this happens again in the future. And I think that is something that they should take accountability for. As for the compensation, for me personally, the quantum has never been something that is a matter or an issue, because in Malaysia anyway, the courts, we are not like the American courts. They don't hand out damages in 7 figures and upwards. Malaysia is very different. They don't have pecuniary damages. They don't give damages to punish anyone. So in any event, going to court or taking a settlement, there is not really any profit to be made from any of this. And what Anthony Loke was talking, YB Anthony Loke was talking about is that we named 5 defendants. Among them was the Malaysian government. So the settlement that was offered to us prior to this was only from MAS MAB. Nothing to reflect any accountability from the government. And the lawyers for the next of kin have been pushing the lawyers for the government to say, can you top up the compensation that's being given, because it is already quite a low sum, to top it up a little bit to show your accountability, to take some responsibility for what has happened, knowing that in the early hours there were things that went wrong that shouldn't have. We're not saying it did it with bad intentions, but that happened, negligence or otherwise. So that was what was going on for the past 1 year, negotiations for the government to show some sort of accountability. And in all honesty, for me, the quantum doesn't matter, but it is the accountability portion that matters. And I think it's the same for all the next of kin. If it was the money, a lot of people would have taken the money from day one, not wait 6 years. And the people who are here now, really, I don't think that the money matters. It's not about the money. It's about the principle.
High technology, international industry, what about the accountability of big names like Inmarsat and Boeing, for example?
Yeah, I think that billion-dollar industries like Boeing and Airbus should also contribute to the search, or at least make a public stand to say that they think it's important that the plane is found, because it affects so many lives every day, and they are in a position to contribute even financially. And I think that they should be magnanimous about it and do something about it, not just sit quietly and say, oh, you know, there's nothing to show that we did anything wrong, why should we do anything about it? That's not the way to go about it. So we believe that these people in these positions that can make a difference, that will be heard if they speak, should do it, should speak.
That's a rally behind Voice 370. That's the hashtag search on, I remember. But how do you keep on making people not forget? Because as time moves away, it's going to be a challenge doing that.
That's why we have it every year, the Remembrance Day. It's tough for us to do it every year, because then it brings back a lot of, you know, and a lot of journalists are also, you know, hoping that it will not end this way and people forget. So we are thankful for them as well. And you know, you don't have to think about journalists only. When I go to the market, people who I've known for many years, the fishmongers and all that, they still ask actually, you know, and the church that I go to, you know, anything. So I will usually just do this, you know, what you know is what I know. And, you know, I don't know anything, when they're going to do, how they're going to search and all that, but we need to keep it alive. So we normally every now and then put it on Facebook and we talk about it, and only time that it really goes major, I would say, would be during the Remembrance Day. But we don't want anyone to forget. That's how we keep on doing this, and we will do this until hopefully the plane is found.
Grace?
Well, for me, I asked myself what I can do in order to, you know, at least look for some justice for my mother. So for me, I can't go and dive into the ocean, look for the plane myself. I'm not a mathematician. I can't deal with the statistics or the numbers. So for me, what I thought I could do is I can use my voice. So I do as many press interviews as I can. It's actually a very excruciating process, emotionally and mentally. Like, I sit with a straight face and I talk to you, but then later when I go back and all these thoughts go through my head, it's actually a very painful experience, and you're constantly forced to recount everything that has been happening in your life, everything that happened in 2014 when you got the first phone call, when you first found out. And it's difficult, but it's something that I do because I tell myself that if the people forget and it is no longer a public concern, then the government has no impetus to continue the search. So the the remembrance event that we have annually is just one event, but throughout the year we try our best to be engaged, to release like press statements, to try our best to keep it current information, to keep it current news. And it's not been easy, and it is getting harder to keep people engaged. And we don't know, I'll do it for as long as I can, but it's not easy. But that's all I can do.
So we regularly actually meet up with MOT to, especially with Anthony Loke when he was, you know, the minister. Okay, anything. So it's sort of like to remind them, hey, we're here. Yeah. It's still, you know, not over yet. So a refresher. But it is a constant replay button all the time, every year. And, you know, like yesterday, okay, today, now we had our dinner and he's going to get ready for flight. The taxi is coming soon. This morning, 8 o'clock, I had that call from a friend. 10-something, I had a call from MES. So it's like replay. And it happens all the time. And it's still very fresh in our minds, actually, like as if it was just 2014 again.
Yeah. Thank you so much. As long as I'm here in Astro AWANI and Astro AWANI is here, we will never forget to.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. You always have a platform here.
Thank you.
Terima kasih Grace, terima kasih Jackie, terima kasih kepada anda telah menonton. Dan sebenar Hari Wanita Antarabangsa, tribute agenda AWANI kepada dua wanita yang begitu cekal, tidak mementingkan diri sendiri, masih lagi mencari jawapan bukan saja untuk ahli keluarga mereka, tetapi kepada semua kita yang mungkin menggunakan kapal terbang ataupun sanak saudara kita. Oleh itu saya nak habiskan dengan, if you're struggling today, remember that life is worth living and believe that best is yet to come. Remember that you are loved, no matter, you matter, and never forget that there is always hope. Dan harapan itu untuk mencari jawapan MH370 di AWANI akan terus berjalan. Selamat malam dan insyaAllah kita jumpa lagi. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.